Good afternoon. Please rise for the national anthem. all gathered here, esteemed guests, distinguished ICS faculty and staff, proud parents and family members, and most importantly, the exceptional class of 2023. It is with immense joy and pride that I welcome everyone here as we gather to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and achievement. Today, the community comes together to acknowledge the tremendous growth, commitment, and indomitable spirit which you have demonstrated throughout your ICS journey. Whether you have been an ICS Eagle since kindergarten or joined somewhere along the way, each of you has learned so much, overcome challenges and setbacks, forged meaningful friendships, and made memories that will stand the test of time. You have excelled in your academic pursuits and have left an indelible mark on this school. This class has been a joy and a privilege to work with and watch grow. To merely say that they have made a positive impact on the overall atmosphere of ICS is an understatement. The way in which this class accepts challenges and responsibility and shows kindness, humor, and enthusiasm has made our school a better place. They are a tough act to follow, and they will be missed. To the ICS faculty and staff, I offer my deepest gratitude for guiding these graduates throughout their time here. Your knowledge and expertise and your unwavering support have been instrumental in shaping the minds and characters of these remarkable individuals that we honor today. Your influence will continue to inspire them as they venture into the next phase of their lives. To the parents and guardians and families of the graduates, your unconditional love and support and encouragement have been pivotal to their success. Along with the many accomplishments of the graduates, we also recognize and appreciate the contributions and sacrifices made by each of you. This day is a testament to your dedication and the love you have poured into shaping these extraordinary young adults. As we mark the end of the class's time with us at ICS, let us also reflect on the profound impact our graduates will have on the world. They are equipped with knowledge, skills, and values necessary to make a meaningful difference in their chosen paths. I have no doubt that they will go on to become the leaders, innovators, and change makers our world needs. And graduates, as you say goodbye, know that ICS and the community are with you. You will always be a part of this special place. Remember that you matter and you are loved. This graduation ceremony is only the beginning of an awesome adventure filled with endless possibilities. As we come together to celebrate graduation, let us rejoice in the collective triumph of our remarkable community. Thank you and welcome to this grand celebration. I'm now pleased to introduce the 2023 salutatorian, Jet Lindelof.
Good afternoon, faculty, family, community members, and of course, the class of 2023. As I stand in front of you all today, on this momentous day, I am honored to address you as this year's salutatorian of our graduating class. Today, we have reached the end of a chapter, ready to embark on a new journey filled with endless possibilities. While writing this speech, I wanted to tell you a story. It was 3 a.m. yesterday morning. I had procrastinated writing this speech, not because I didn't want to write it, but because I had so many things to say. Do I make it funny or sincere? Do I mention the quotes from our class trip to Costa Rica? While writing earlier into the morning, I reminisced about many moments, from my amazing friends to dedicated teachers. My vast experiences have shaped me to the person I am today. As I yawned, wishing I had gone to bed hours earlier, I finally realized the theme weaved through my entire life: community. From the moment I stepped foot onto this island, I was embraced by a community that became more than just classmates and teachers. I joined a family. Why else would we call Miss Curry our mom on our senior trip to Costa Rica? My class and I have shared many laughs, tears, and triumphs, together forging lifelong bonds and making our story so special. This island, which I call home, has instilled within me the values of acceptance, hard work, and kindness. I've learned to appreciate the beauty in our differences, to collaborate diversity, and to embrace each other's unique perspectives. One of my favorite aspects about the island is the subtle yet sincere wave. We have the one finger wave, the trucker wave, the arm out the window wave, and my personal favorite, the two-handed wave. Despite our differences in waves, this community's kindness acknowledges all who drive these narrow roads. This idea is fundamental as we embark on our new chapter in life. May we never forget the individual lessons we have learned on this island. Kindness is a tool we are all equipped with, making it easier to leave meaningful impact on the world. Let us cherish our community, support for athletics, and personal bonds formed with teachers. Kindness is the basics for our beloved community. To our incredible faculty, thank you for your tireless dedication and always showing up. However, Mr. Oldham, your absence every Wednesday still hasn't wavered my confidence. I can't imagine a better music teacher and comedian. And to you, Miss Lindsay, that despite listening to excuse after excuse for my many absences, you have still guided me through all these years. You all have nurtured our minds, challenged us to reach for the stars, and instilled a belief in our potential. Your commitment to us has ignited a confidence that will guide us in the years to come. To our families and loved ones, thank you for your love, support, and sacrifices you have made to help us reach this milestone. You've been our pillars of strength, our rocks in time of uncertainty, and a constant reminder of our limitless potential. Your belief in us has fueled our adventure off this rock we call home. And finally, to my fellow graduates, I am honored to stand alongside you today. We have grown, faced challenges, and celebrated victories together. I will never forget yesterday, the last day we laughed, sang, and enjoyed the ring of Taylor Swift blasting from the soundbox through these halls. May we always stay in touch and never forget this loving community. Congratulations, class of 2023. Thank you.
This year's commencement speaker is a well-accomplished photographer and educator. She received her MFA from the Massachusetts College of Art in Boston. She has been a faculty at Phillips Exeter Academy, Clark University, Maine College of Art, and the University of New Hampshire. Her photography has been exhibited in London's Natural Portrait Gallery, Princeton University, and the Griffin Museum, and numerous more. She has been widely published in the New York Times, the New Yorker, Time Magazine, Photography Magazine, and many more. She said her work is a crossover of art, science, and photography's ability to distill our sense of time and curiosity. She makes her pictures predominantly with an 8x10 view camera and considers her work a collaborative process. Her photography is invoking of having emotion, lost memories, and a childlike wonder. A few of us had the pleasure of meeting this year's speaker as she was photographing Islesboro last year for an article for the Harper magazine. She is no stranger to Maine as she has raised her children in Maine's coastal waters, sailing their wooden sailboat, Thorwald. The class of 2023 is proud to welcome this year's commencement speaker, Ms. Cheryl St. Ange.
hard act to follow. Thank you so much. I feel very grateful to be here. It's a lovely invitation to join all of you today in this momentous event. I'm Cheryl St. Ange, which was so beautifully stated. I'm a visual artist, and I wanted to talk today about creativity. Yours, mine, and how we can honor it and make a place for it to grow. If you might indulge me, I thought I would start by asking everybody to take a moment and think about a thing in life that you wished you could control. For me, when I was a small child, it might have been getting a horse, my horse, to canter on the right lead. I was a very shy child, so it might have been trying to not blush when I was called upon in class, or to become comfortable with math versus my typical full-on panic of all things numerical. My father was a brilliant physicist, a fabulous man, and he loved me very much, and I was always greatly aware of his effort to help me through any difficulties. It would be early elementary school when my first math anxiety bloomed. It was a simple concept of greater and less than. My father and I would sit at the kitchen table and work through the math sheet. In perfect parent fashion, he would describe the greater and less than as 2 carrots on either side of a 0. The big end of the carrot pulling away from the 0 was a positive, and the other one, given that you're graduating high school, perhaps I don't have to talk about my shortcomings in education. It would often be at the dinner table for what seemed like an inordinate amount of time. There would be tears, and my father would do his best to persuade me to relax, to breathe, and remind me that I really knew the answer, that it was in my head, if I could just relax, give it my best guess, and I might be surprised at what I could visualize. But yikes. If I got it wrong, which I often did, then what? Math was the beginning of my wanting to take control. And my father believed that math was this beautiful thing that sometimes in physics, he might know the shape or the appearance of an answer, the beauty of it, before he knew the answer. Fast forward, I've gotten a little bit better at math, maybe not. I made it through high school, through college, grad school, and I make a living making pictures that hang in museums and sometimes grace the pages of magazines. I'm often hired to help people visualize something that they can't necessarily verbalize. I make pictures that are personal and meaningful to me based on their ideas. And on a good day, they're universal and beautiful to others too. This is something that I can do in my sleep. It's an odd talent, much like the talent my father had for visualizing math. This past summer, I was up in this part of the coast, and I had the privilege of making pictures for an editorial piece about life in Islesboro. I met and photographed some amazing people, extraordinary folks. My last day here, hours before I was to go on the ferry to head home, I photographed 3 amazing siblings on their boat, the Jet Set. You might know them. I had the direction of a great editor. I had good equipment. I had a watch that would remind me to stand up and breathe. I had a list of shots. I knew the piece I was going to illustrate was by a brilliant writer. I was organized. In short, I had a plan. I was confident and I was in control. The shoot was on their boat. It was fabulous. It was so kind of them to take me out in the water, to spend a few hours, and to take me around to make these pictures. And I thought, what could I do to reciprocate their generosity? The 3 siblings huddled together for a minute, and then they asked if I could make a picture of the wake of their boat. And of course, I said yes quickly, before I really even understood what this might entail. Before I knew it, I was on another boat, and other things were happening rapidly. I had a few minutes to grab my camera, and as my father so often said, I tried to breathe, make my best guess as to what the right shutter speed to freeze the movement, the best angle to compose the gorgeous white spray of the wake made by their speeding boat. And to be fair, I was terrified. There was water, there was a tiny window of time, a great deal of velocity, and then they would be gone. That evening when I looked over the pictures, I realized it was all about the beauty, about knowing that these people were amazing, that I was in such a lovely stretch of the coast. The sun was shining, and I was not in control of much of those last few minutes when it all came together. My life has been about seeking beauty. I still have vast numerical shortcomings and a secret to wish I could control anything in my power. Like many things in life, it's become a delicate balance. The more beauty, the less control. The more control, the less beauty. That thing I asked you to think about at the beginning, the thing you wished you wanted to have control over, may I graciously ask that you try to let it go. Congratulations.
This one is for the graduating class.
As you leave these hallowed halls, graduation, it's your time to say farewell. We held your hands, held your hearts, open doors and minds to start, to be taught on your way now, to continue what's begun. Commencement. Celebrate what you have done. Eagles leave your island nest. Argonauts on golden quest. Do your best. So be well and do good work. Stay in touch and never hurt. Graduation. Graduation.
So I'm going to read the class of 2023 prophecy, and it has a little disclaimer at the beginning. It is an honor and a privilege to have taught and advised this senior class, and an equal honor to be asked to write their senior prophecy. Please note that this is a purely satanical passage, and I take no responsibility for any of the events coming true. I hope you all find a little bit of humor and can see the talents of these students that are hidden within the story. All right. The year is 2033, and the island of Islesboro is abuzz with celebration. For the island is celebrating the newest electric ferry in the main DOT fleet, to be named the E.E. Warren. It is named for an Islesboro alumna who has become a political force by redefining mental health initiatives not only here in Maine, but nationwide. Despite Miss Emily Warren insisting that this is not a big deal, and anyone can have a ferry named after them, many of her classmates have come home to the island to celebrate. Emily wasn't even sure if she would make it. After all, she had a meeting with the president on Monday, you went Wednesday, and let's not forget, she's also still working part-time as an actuary. She's tutoring children in mathematics, and in all that spare time, creating a sanctuary to save horses from abuse and slaughter. It's an easy week for Emily. But of course, she made time for this. I mean, after all, maybe it is kind of a big deal to have a ferry named after you. Looking all over the island, we can find some of our other alum returning. A lobster boat named Monica comes into Big Tree with 3 members of the class of 2023. Jet Lindelof is at the helm, chatting with Chief Mechanical Engineer Tobias Conover and Captain Dylan Frank about their adventures. There's a lot of inside jokes in this too, so if you don't get it, they do. After his stint at Bates, Jet came home to redefine the aquaculture industry on Islesboro. Jet said lobster, oysters, and kelp are said to be the best on the island and all of New England. Many people travel far and wide to join Jet on his boat to learn his take on the industry. Jet has become a mogul of the field, even making the short list for 30 under 30. While he didn't make Forbes' list, he did make working the waterfronts a true honor for any coastal Mainer. He has had many offers to expand, but he is content with his small island living and life by the sea. Besides, it all sounded like a little too much work. Dylan is the famed captain of the affectionately named Tuggy Tug Toot Toot tugboat. Known for never saying no to a job and always following through. His most amazing feat was tugging boats to safety in the Strait of Gibraltar from the gang of killer whales. They say that once he patrolled the strait for a month, the orcas realized that maybe boat captains weren't too bad, and they settled for peace. While Dylan is known for his wild successes, he has had one failure, and that is selling his boat from high school. First listed 10 years ago at $15,000, I heard he would let it go for $14,995. Toby has become a chief mechanical engineer in the Merchant Marines. Toby wowed his professors at university with his natural mechanical talents. Toby even once fixed a stranded tugboat, not Dylan's, with a stick of gum, his hat, and even sacrificed his favorite snack, the Slim Jim, quote, hot AF, end quote, smoked snack stick made with beef, pork, and mechanically separated chicken. Shockingly, it was also discontinued that year. Toby enjoys a simple life traveling the world. He keeps getting offers to be a mechanical engineer on super yachts. He isn't sure if the job's worth the fuss, but he does think the social scene may be a bit of an improvement. Dylan and Toby have talked about starting a sailing program for inland youth to get them on the water. They dream of an old wooden boat called the Kareem, after a friend they made in Costa Rica their senior year. No one is sure if this endeavor is for philanthropic purposes or their own humor. If you look down the road at the Dark Harbor shop, you will see a gaggle of children surrounding Reagan. Some of them she's had, others adopted, and other two are fostered. She really can't say no to a child in need, and Billy Warren is thankful for that today. Reagan graduated top of her nursing class at Marquette, to no surprise of anyone here. As she started her work at Boston Children's Hospital, she quickly saw the disparities in pediatric healthcare. She now travels the world providing healthcare to those in need and helping hospitals raise funds. Reagan even started a nonprofit for children in need of medical treatment, named the Mother Reagan Foundation. Because while the church has not yet officially recognized her as a saint, she knows it's not far off. Alex can be seen down at the fire department, showing them a new fire retardant material and fire smothering foam that causes no environmental harm. Both he created. Alex stunned at UMaine and was able to get into a research program for the chemistry of fire safety and prevention. There's a more complicated name that I'm sure he'll share to us, but that's the best that we can say. Alex has since continued his graduate work in this field and is halfway through his PhD programming. Alex never shook that travel bug that bit him senior year, and could have been done with his PhD last year, but enjoys his extensive holidays. Alex was happy to come home and gift the Islesboro Fire Department with the materials he created. The whole department was happy with the gifts, but a bit less enthusiastic about the in-depth chemistry explanation he gave. Lastly, we can see Peyton Ward, kayaking to the island. While you'll find Peyton listed on the boards of many Fortune 500 companies, you may never find him in a boardroom. To do so is as rare as to see the stellar sea eagle. Peyton has somehow found a way to manage these companies and his successes from the woods. I guess this makes sense, seeing as how he has about 94 wilderness certifications. 86 of those are Boy Scout badges. People rarely hear from Peyton, but when they do, they're dazzled by his adventures as a true wilderness man. He even caught everyone's stripers on the fly for the celebration dinner. All right, I didn't miss any of you, right? Here. Well, it looks like the class of 2023 are together again, and while some may not have seen each other in a long while, they fall right back in step with each other, old friends, reunited, and sharing in their successes, remembering their old laughs. Thank you all for your time, and best of luck to the class of 2023. We all look forward to
Good afternoon, friends, family, faculty, community members, and the class of 2023. My name is Emily Warren, and I am pleased to be presenting the 2023 yearbook dedication. This year's yearbook is dedicated to Lindsay Dakers. For those who don't know, Miss Lindsay is the school guidance counselor for grades 7 through 12. On a personal note, Miss Lindsay has had an active role in my decision to come to Islesboro in 2021. I met her at the end of my sophomore year when I was trying to decide whether I should continue at my old school or move to ICS. After speaking with her, the choice was obvious. She made me feel welcome within the first meeting. In the past academic year, all of the seniors have been able to see firsthand just how important and supportive Miss Lindsay really is. She has helped every single one of us apply to college, write our college essays, apply to as many scholarships as we were able to, fill out housing forms for next year, file the FAFSA, and the list goes on. She's also responsible for taking students to multiple college fairs throughout the year, which has opened up so many opportunities for all of us. Ms. Lindsay has always approached working with students with kindness and compassion. Her open and loving attitude makes it easy for students to ask for help. I could stand here and tell you all that she wants the best for us, which, yes, is true, but sometimes her actions speak louder than words. Along with providing us with verbal support, she shows her support in the ways that she helps us. Around the time that all the seniors finished their college applications and started on scholarships, she came to class with an entire 3-inch binder full of scholarships for us to fill out. On top of that, she had another binder for local scholarships, and on top of those, she had a spreadsheet made that was 3 pages long, full of scholarships that we could apply to. All of us here at ICS are truly lucky to have a counselor that is so supportive in any endeavor we choose to pursue. Thank you, Ms. Lindsay, for all that you do for not only the senior class, but everyone here at ICS.
Hello, everyone. Thank you to all the family members, friends, and community members for coming to support our graduating class. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Reagan Field. I am honored to be this year's valedictorian. Before I move into the main part of my speech, I'd like to thank some people. First off, I'd like to thank all the teachers here at ICS for forming me into the dedicated student I am today. Thank you to my community back in Virginia for forming me into the person I am today. To my classmates, thank you for providing a positive learning environment. Thank you to my friends and family for always supporting me. I'd like to give a special thank you to Tracy Worry for organizing the sports teams here at ICS. Tracy works tirelessly forming our sports schedules to ensure we get to compete against other schools. I'd also like to thank Melissa Burns for everything she does. I would go into detail about Melissa Burns' role at this school, but the list would go on and on. She quite literally does everything. I'd also like to recognize Lindsay Dakers. She's been extremely helpful with navigating my future college journey, and she is always someone I can turn to when I'm going through tough times. Thank you to everyone who made my past 3 years here at Islesboro Central School special. Most importantly, thank you to God for never leaving my side and bringing me to this point in my life. As I sat down to write this speech, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to speak about. A million thoughts swirled around my mind, but one idea was recurring. This idea came from a very valuable lesson I learned this year, and I'd like to share it with all of you. As most of you know, soccer has always been a huge part of my life. From age 4, I constantly had a ball at my feet. I was 8 when I became serious about soccer and joined a club team. Time with friends was sacrificed in order to train almost every day. I traveled to compete at one of the highest levels in the country. My mind was set on playing college soccer. When I entered high school, the recruitment process began. The pressure built up, and it felt like all eyes were on me. Every waking hour was spent towards working towards college soccer. After a long day at school, I would come home and send out email after email to college coaches. Playing club soccer for a team in New Hampshire, I would get home from practice around midnight and have to be up at 6:30 the next morning. I became mentally, emotionally, and physically drained. I began to despise the sport I once loved. However, I couldn't quit. Everyone knew me as the talented soccer player. I couldn't let them down. Friends and family waited expectantly to see which school I committed to. I wanted to please everybody, so I continued to show up with a smile. In reality, I was dying on the inside. The pressure continued to build. I wanted to live up to everyone's standards, but I couldn't ignore the impact on my mental health. I was lost. The pressure of playing at a high level was eating away at me. However, I didn't want to quit and be seen as a failure. I was pursuing soccer for all the wrong reasons. I knew a hard decision had to be made. Having been raised in a Christian household, I did what I was taught. I started to pray and ask God for clarity. It took patience, but the answer eventually became clear. For once in my life, I needed to put soccer to the side and focus on my happiness. I felt a clear calling to pursue nursing instead. Therefore, I quit club soccer, and I decided that I no longer wanted to play soccer at the collegiate level. My decision was met with confusion and shock. All this time, energy, and money put towards something that amounted to nothing. I thought that I let everyone down, including myself. Over time, I could feel the burden begin to lift. My mental health started improving. I felt the weight on my shoulders being lifted. I was happier. I was taking the time to enjoy the little moments in life. I cherished the extra time I had with my family and friends. And I finally got the time to just take a breath. I believe I was meant to play soccer in order to learn vital lessons. I learned leadership, commitment, teamwork, and work ethic. However, the most important lesson I've learned through soccer is that God will never steer me in the wrong direction. Some have trouble understanding the path I have chosen, but I am at peace with my decision. My prayers were answered. Because of this lesson, I am proud to announce that I will be attending nursing school at Marquette University this fall. The moral of the story is to find true happiness within yourself. You can't make everyone happy, so stop killing yourself trying. Just as I am more than a soccer player, you are much more than the labels people have put on you. You are more than your disease. You are more than your depression. You are more than your anxiety. You are more than your sport. You are more than your academic performance. You are more than the clothes you wear. You are more than your social status. You are more than your family situation. You are more than your financial situation. And you are more than your past mistakes. Whether you are entering a new chapter in your life, as we are, or you are remaining in the same chapter, I encourage you to let those labels go. Whatever they may be, those labels do not define you. Your character defines you. You get to choose who you want to be and the life you want to live. Do not live in fear, for you will miss the many amazing things life has to offer. I'm so blessed to be a part of this close-knit island community. From my time at the Boardman Cottage, working with the amazing residents, to my time at this school, I am forever grateful for the lessons this island has taught me. Although I've only spent 3 short years at this school, when I reflect on my time here, Islesboro will always feel like a home to me. Islesboro has presented so many amazing opportunities to me, which have ultimately made me into a better person. Thank you, Islesboro, for the support and the lifelong friendships I've made on this journey. I can't wait to come back and visit. As for my fellow classmates sitting on this stage, I know you will be successful at whatever you choose to pursue in the years to come. I've had the great pleasure of getting to know each individual on this stage over the past 3 years, and I'm forever grateful for the friendships I have with these people. Over spring break, we had the amazing opportunity to travel to Costa Rica together. Shout out to Pete Anderson and Haley Curry for chaperoning that trip. And I have formed very special bonds with this group. You are all very special to me, and I wish you the best in your future endeavors. I'd like to leave everyone with a Bible verse to remember as you enter a new chapter in your life. Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God will go with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." Thank you.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, along with their families and fellow students, and ICS members. My name's Peyton Ward.
I'm Tobias Conover.
And today I stand, here, hold on. Sorry about that. Today I stand before you to discuss the unique and meaningful class gift that our graduating class has chosen to present to our beloved school. We've decided to donate a lobster buoy, a symbol of the coastal heritage and representation of the strength, resilience, and unity that we've developed throughout our years together. As we prepare to embark on the next chapter of our lives, reflecting upon the experiences that have shaped us into this important part of our lives, our school has been a place of growth, learning, and a harbor. Some may say dark harbor. I was also paid possibly to say that. Lobster Buoy, a vital component to the fishing industry, serves as a beacon of hope and safety for those navigating these unpredictable waters. In many ways, it mirrors our collective journey throughout education. Like the buoy, our school has provided stability, guidance, and a sense of direction as we've navigated the challenges and opportunities presented to us. By donating a lobster buoy, we pay tribute to the roots of our community and express our gratitude to our school for nurturing our dreams and fostering our ambitions. However, our decision to donate the lobster buoy is not merely symbolic. It's also a testament to our community to give back to the community that shaped us. For presenting this gift, we aim to create a lasting impact, not only within the walls of our school, but also the lives of future students who will walk these halls. The lobster buoy will serve as a reminder of our class's legacy, a physical representation of our time spent together, and the bonds that we have formed. It will be a visible reminder of the strength and unity that we have fostered, encouraging future generations to embrace their unique heritage. As we gather here today, let's embrace the spirit, generosity, and gratitude that has brought us together. Let's celebrate the memories that we've created and the opportunities that lie ahead. Together, within the my esteemed graduating class of 2023, let's present this lobster buoy as a symbol of our shared experiences and appreciation to the school and community for making the difference. Pura Vida was said in Costa Rica a lot. It's one of our favorite senior sayings. Through a second semester of our senior class has lived the life of Pura Vida. We decided, which means pure life, thank you, Tony. We decided that as a class, we would like to start a new tradition and get the school a buoy that has the senior saying from our senior trip on it. We're very thankful for everybody who has helped us in the fundraising process and been able to go to Costa Rica and help us throughout our senior year. Now we invite Kate Legier to accept the class gift. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful gift. And we will now get ready for probably everybody's second favorite part of this day, the slideshow.
Years old, couple cane posts sitting down by the creek. Lines in the water, watching those bobbers, seeing that red sun sink. Mama's on the porch yelling supper's hot, y'all come and get it. We yelled 5 more minutes. At 16 it was 12:03, standing at her front door. Katie's dad said midnight, but we needed just a little more. Yellow light flipping on and off, interrupting that goodnight kissing. We wanted 5 more minutes. Time rolls by, the clock don't the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. I wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it and give myself 5 more minutes. 18, turned my helmet in, walked to the 50-yard line. Just the coach and me after we lost 8-10 to 9. And I cried, man, next time to get in here I'll have to buy a ticket. Can't you give me 5 more minutes? Time rolls by, the clock don't stop. I wish I had a few more drops of the good stuff, the good times. Oh, but they just keep on flying right on by like it ain't nothing. Wish I had me a pause button. Moments like those, Lord knows I'd hit it and give myself 5 more minutes.
All my words fall short. I got nothing new. How could I express all my gratitude? I could sing these songs as I often do, but every song must end, and you never do. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again, 'cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, but I've nothing else fit for a king except for a heart singing hallelujah, hallelujah. I've got one response, I've got just one move, with my arms stretched wide, I will worship you. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again, 'cause all that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, but I've nothing else fit for a king except for a heart singing hallelujah,
Where'd all the time go? It's starting to fly. See how the hands go, waving goodbye. You know I get so forgetful when I look in your eyes. Now she's walking backwards through a parade, and I'm stuck in the shadows, blocking the shade. There ain't no way to sweep up the mess that we made. She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always in bed. Flowers for the sick and dead. She's on the go, way too fast and way too slow. She'll turn the stone in hospitals and funeral homes. And when the fog rises, somebody sighs who is not in disguise anymore. There's nothing to keep you from falling in love. It starts at the bottom, it comes from above.
My best friend gave me the best advice. He said each day's a gift and not a given right. Leave no stone unturned, leave your fears behind. by. That first step you take is the longest ride. If today was your last day and tomorrow was too late, could you say goodbye to yesterday? Or would you live each moment like your last? Leave old pictures in the past. Donate every dime you had. If today was your last day, against the grain should be a way of life. What's worth the prize is always worth the fight. Every second counts, 'cause there's no second try. So live like you've never lived twice. Don't take the free ride in your own life. If today was your last day and tomorrow was too late, could you say goodbye to yesterday? Or would you live each moment like your last? Leave old pictures in the past. Donate every dime you had. And what you call those friends you never see? Reminisce on memories. Don't you forgive your enemies. And once you find that one you're dreaming of, swear up and down to God above that you finally fall in love.
Maybe I don't wanna know the way home. Taking on a journey, I got places to go. Wanna chase a miracle, it's possible. You just gotta open the door. Darling, it's cold out there. Don't fear the road, just come along with me. You're not alone out there. Let's write a song, wake up the melody. If you're looking for me, baby, you know you can find me following the sun. Somewhere running up my heartbeat, I don't
travel on. There's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door where blues won't haunt you anymore, where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today. Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long. If you're going my way, well, I wanna drive it all night long. Through all these cities and all these towns, it's in my blood and it's all around. I love you now like I loved you then.
School Board Chair Dave Dyer is here for the presentation of diplomas. Reagan Catherine Field. Emily Elizabeth Warren. Jet Jeff Lindelof. Alex Hunter Watson. Dylan Edward Frank. Peyton Randall Ward. Tobias Joshua Conover. Let me be the first to present to you the officially graduated class of 2023 of Islesboro Central School. The class marshal will lead them in switching their